Power episode 7, season 6. It's the review. Got your boy Dub Z.
40 Cal.
You're watching Dub Z TV. Today we're gonna do the review of Power season 6, episode 7. Like father, like son. If you have not seen the video before, we did a review on The Inside Man. If you haven't seen it, check it out. If you also, before we get into the review, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe to Dub Z TV so you get more power content and also more entertainment, movie and music news. Also check out the Icy channel with 40 Cal. Mm-hmm. He's also putting in some real great material that I think you guys will probably be interested in. Anyway, on to Power. So far, good episode. I mean, from what I think, good episode. What we had so far. Jumping right into it, the episode starts off with Tariq sleeping in bed and being woken up by a gun to his head by his father Ghost, and father Ghost probably pretty much telling him, listen, you need to stop playing around thinking that you're gonna be doing his life. And I guess with the events of last episode, The Inside Man, with the whole hostage and the money thing, and Ghost still doesn't even know that Tariq was in it with Vincent to actually get this $2 million, and whatever like that. And so as much as he think he's kind of like trying to put some fear into Tariq's heart, it kind of maybe somewhat worked, but it overall really didn't, because as he's going to talk to Tasha, this kid jumps off and skates off somewhere else. So, I mean,
with that, I think is because that's his son. I mean, he tried to put the fear in him, but obviously that don't work. But later, we'll probably get to that in a second. We see Tommy actually put in that fear. But honestly, at this point, because, I don't want to jump to the end, we just know Tariq is going to do what he wants to do. And there's really no getting away around it. And later, as we'll see, we'll probably talk about, Tasha realizes that. So.
Yes. We have that going on. And so we move into these other things. You got, Tommy's goons, 2-Bit, Spanky, and Grim, they're in the warehouse, trying to get their product. I guess they're doing inventory. Come to notice that they have some missing items, which we all know more likely Tariq stole it. And Lakeisha walks in on this, and they want to tell her she. I guess thanks 2-Bit did it, and Lakeisha, she kind of annoyed me a little bit on that situation of how she was like, I'm gonna call Tommy real quick. I'm
like, she's fake. I mean, we know she's not.
We
know she's not in the game. I mean, she wants to be in the game, but we know she's not built for it. And I think eventually, maybe next episode or 2 is gonna come back on her. Because during this episode, I really look at her. I'm like, she's like manning up, or at least attempting to man up. Like, she's down with everything, but she's really not. Let's be real. And that's one thing, what Ghost did when he gave her the cash. Like, listen, you're not built for this. Take the cash, go and live your life, with your son. And honestly, she should have took it, because it's clear that she's not built for this. She's just clearly not. It's just obvious, and
I mean, we got to see season 1, season 2, season 3 Ghost. That he actually. We're just jumping into scenes that later on he visits her and tries to give her money and tells her to leave town and just forget about this drug life, forget about Tommy and all that stuff, and just go away with it. And of course, like most people lately in power, don't believe in taking money and disappearing, or you know, they just decide to stick around, and then Maria, or you know what I'm saying. At least with Holly, she did it for a while. She left for a bit, and then she got found by Angela, and then eventually she wound up coming back and to tell Tommy the truth that Ghost gave her money. But everyone else so far, they aren't doing it. So anyway, that's pretty much what happened there. We had a couple of interesting stuff. Tariq going to talk to Dre. He trying to deal Dre like, I'm like, oh man, like
Dre, he, like. I really don't like him, in this series as his character, but he's just a funny dude, Dre. He was really just someone that I'm like, man, you still aren't dead yet? Why are you still even...
Yes.
Why are you still even alive? It's really... Yes.
The fact that he just made it this far is like, man, I don't understand, Dre. I mean, I don't know. I wonder how his demise will come, because, so we see these events unfolding, Rashad Tate still doing his stuff. His campaign is still running, but, he's still banging his, that guy that works for him, he's banging his wife, and he got caught. That was funny.
That was a bit funny.
That was funny.
I feel like I'm starting to like Tate a lot more in this.
Yeah.
He's starting to grow on me.
I feel like his character is starting to have more.
Yeah. Plus this whole political, where they're going with it. I don't know where they're going with it, but I'm starting to enjoy it a lot more.
Than before.
Because they're really building this up even more.
Yeah. We're spending a little bit more time in Tate's office more.
Yeah, and we're starting to really build Tate, his character, and some of the other ones. Yeah.
Yeah, and this Ramona girl is trying to be more instrumental to his campaign or whatever thing like that.
And one thing to mention, another great power move by Ghost, and I'm starting to like Ghost now a lot this season. When he, I guess he got the guy, the husband of the girl Tate was smashing.
He checkmate. He did that really good.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna kill her. I really thought he was gonna, because when Tate was like, yeah, my man, my nigga, whatever. I thought Ghost was gonna just, he's gonna go the street route and just take him out, but Ghost is doing more.
Because I guess Tate.
I got an offer that you can't refuse, and gave him, and now Ghost grabs him in the corner
along with
Tate. And he has the guy to use
against Tate.
Yeah, against Tate. So Tate realized
he realized the guy checkmated me.
When he saw that, you can see his like. He got me, but
he got me again.
He got me again.
Tariq still he was talking to Dre, trying to get some work off of him because he said go shut him down. He couldn't get no work or whatever like that from him, and then wound up convincing Dre to do it by letting Dre know that listen, I know that you're still full of shit, and you know what I'm saying, and I know you still got work, and eventually got through to Dre, and I guess he also, by using a little blackmail tactic by saying, listen, if you don't, give me some work, then I'm going to tell my father so and so and so and so, and then Dre is like, wow, okay, I guess, you're still the same old kid, on his back. It looked like he gave him a key or whatever like that, and told him to take that and do whatever.
Go ahead and move it.
Go ahead and move it. So Tariq, and I'm gonna tell you, man, this Tariq kid is really, he is in the height of my irritation. And in fact, I'm so irritated by Tariq anymore. I'm almost no longer irritated by him because everything he does, I expect now.
I'm kind of at that point. The only thing I liked so far was the whole FA thing with he had going. I thought that was a good direction, but obviously it looks like we're no longer going that direction.
Well, at least for now.
At least for now. But Tariq, he's probably the most hated character in this whole series. And to me, it's kind of like you mentioned. It's at a point where Tariq is Tariq. He's just one of those guys, one of those characters that you just know he's gonna do some dumb shit. You just know that it's going to be something where you're like,
yes.
Here we go. When you think maybe he's changed, because after all of this, and he's still like, oh, I want to learn the game, I want to move weight after all of it. And what bothers me more, and I blame I don't know what's his motive to actually do this. Does he want to be like his dad goes? I feel like his motive isn't clear enough as to why he still wants to do drugs. And to me, I never really, you know, and to me, it's, well, it's Kanan. I'm like, no, not really. Yeah, Kanan did look out for him, did teach him the ropes, but to me, after everything he's been through, he should be like, and remember, he betrayed Kanan too, so that's why I'm like, why are you still doing this? What's your motive exactly? Why, you know, that's why with Tariq, I just feel like, and I think Courtney Kemp mentioned, Tariq is her favorite character.
Yes.
And that caught me by surprise, but I'm thinking, all right, now that makes sense.
No,
because
I realize
because usually when someone is your favorite character and you admit that, you tend to do things to their character that doesn't really make sense, or you do things that you know.
Yeah. She's pushing him.
Yeah, more. You push him more.
I feel like she's pushing his character to a certain thing. She feel like she can, I think, tell some of a narrative into his story based off of his experiences with ghosts and certain things. And I don't know how she's gonna make an evolution of Tariq, but I think that's what she's. Like
because it looks like, and I'm assuming they're doing this, Tariq is going to be Ghost 2.0 after the series. I'm guessing that. Don't quote me on that. I'm just guessing that's how they.
Yeah, I think.
Or maybe he won't be the main character. There's going to be a sequel after this, and maybe he might not be the main character, but he's going to be in.
Something tells me he's going to probably be the new Ghost, the new, the new, Rich of Harlem or whatever, like he's gonna be the new, the new Rich Porter or whatever like that. It looks like he's gonna, and I think I for some reason, especially how this episode ended, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Tasha end up in jail at some point in time. Just I may be wrong, but you guys, I mean, if you guys think I'm wrong, you guys have other theories. You guys can comment below in the comment section. But I do think that we may see Tasha in a jumpsuit at some point, either her or even Lakeisha. But somehow I'm just seeing that being like kind of like reserved for them somewhere. But anyway, moving further along. I mean, I don't, I mean, what do you think? Do you think? I mean, before I go into,
well, with Tasha, I can't really say. The only thing I know, Tommy's gonna die. I'm pretty sure Tommy is gonna die. I feel like I'm seeing signs that Tommy is not going to make it. As for Ghost, I think it's 50-50 where he ends up. I could see him doing like a Batman Dark Knight Rises. Where
disappearing somewhere else.
Or something. He lives in Hawaii, Africa, something. Or I can actually see him dying too. I don't see him going to jail. I don't see that. But Tommy, I think he's going to die. I think the way the story's heading, we're headed towards a tragedy because we see him.
You can't live too much like Scarface all day. You can't do the Tony Montana thing and think you're gonna live.
Moving forward a little bit, Tommy gets Lakeisha a house, or they get a house together. And one thing Tommy mentioned that he's been so resistant in doing this whole entire series since season 1. He said he's gonna settle down. And remember, Ghost has been saying that for the longest, that he wants to get out the game, and he keeps going. But Tommy's never ever said that.
I find that very remarkable. And I think that
Tommy's never ever, and now you can actually quote me on this one. He's never said that.
Even with Holly, with Holly, that was somebody that was very close. I mean, that he probably would have gotten to that area, especially if he would have found out Holly was pregnant in time. But he never even got to that area. And I think with Lakeisha, he feels like, this is the area that he may feel like, he's like, I'm going to always provide for you and everything like that. So that kind of like shows, she even said, I love you, Tommy. So, wow, that's already like, woo.
Oh, exactly.
Oh, man, you guys are being the new Ghost and Angie right now. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, before we go so further along, let's not forget we still got Law and Order here. You know, we got we got Blanca Rodriguez. She goes, she brings in Proctor's daughter. I don't know, she may want to talk to her and get some information, because I know certain things aren't sitting right with what happened with Tariq's story, what happened in the penthouse, and whatever like that. The new head of the AUSAs tells Blanca Rodriguez, after he sends Sax out to go look into more stuff, that he doesn't feel too good about Sax, because of the fact that every case that they've had leads on that probably would have got them closer to having maybe something to prosecute or whatever like that. A witness dies, or a possible suspect or witness, or a snitch, anybody, they all wind up getting killed. So I feel like that Sax may be putting out information out there that's leading people to die, even though he's calling himself the one that's looking for ghosts and trying to get to the bottom of this case. So he, puts Blanca Rodriguez to be the one to go investigate this and find any information about that. And in fact, she did find the toy. She did find the wiretap. She did. She did have the recording, and later on we bring Sax in the office. And the boss right there, she has a laptop, she plays the recording. You hear Lindsay, you hear Proctor saying what he's saying and whatever thing like that. And pretty much we learned that Proctor didn't he hesitated to call the NYPD or 911 or even EMTs just to help Lindsay. So it almost, by the recording, it seemed like either he had a part to do with the death or he just let her die, and Sax failed to put that in the investigation, and it almost looked like he covered it up. So the ending point is that he told Sax that he is to be gone from service. He's not effective immediately. He's done, and he's going to have a pending investigation. He's going to be disbarred, and he wants to have him thrown in prison. So Sax, I don't know if it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be the last we see of him, but he is pretty much out the picture right now. Yes. Now, I don't know if he's going to be like Greg Knox, stalking around, doing all these on the side investigations.
Yeah, he's going to be doing, he's
going to probably be doing his Greg Knox thing, what I'm saying?
He's going to still try to pin ghosts. This time he's going to be doing it solo.
Right.
I still think he's gonna use Dre, because Dre don't know.
Right, because before this happened, he already put Dre with an ankle bracelet on, saying that your daughter and all this stuff like that. When you get home, you're gonna have the police waiting for you to arrest you. So he already has that scare tactic going on. So he might still try to use those things.
He's gonna still use those to his advantage.
Yes.
I think. I had, because this guy, even when Proctor told him, no, it was Tommy that killed Angela. Sax was like, nah, it's ghosts. Nah. But I'm still going after ghosts.
But remember, even Blanca Rodriguez told him that ghosts couldn't have done it, especially based off the evidence that he didn't do it because of where he got shot, how he got shot, and you know what I'm saying, how to say. So I think he knows that Ghost might have not did it, but he still wants to get.
He knows Ghost didn't do it.
Right. He still wants to.
He still wants to pin this on Ghost, which But which to me is like, all right, whatever. At this point, you're no longer really a lawyer, an attorney, whatever, for the, because now you're holding a personal vendetta against someone that you personally don't like, because all the facts is pointing that it's not Ghost that did it. But yeah, it is what it is.
There's a part where I guess Lakeisha goes home, looks for Tommy, can't find him, gets a knock on the door. It's Tariq. Tariq asks, I need to see Uncle Tommy. He says he's not here. Tariq, you need to stay away from here. And whatever. And and she was like, you need to calm down, stop living this life. Every time you come around, you cause trouble. Your father comes around and whatever like that. We're trying to stand clear from your father. We're trying to have a good life, and you need to stop trying to act like something you're not. And he took that. And what made me laugh is that he said, you're acting like something like with this gun in your hand, whatever like that. And he checked her real quick with that. And I was like, yo, Tariq, you fucking. I'm like, this guy, he's such a pain. Now, going into, I was informed about a scene. I guess it could be a blooper, a slight mistake, because in Game of Thrones they did that same thing with this Starbucks coffee. If any of you guys didn't catch it, you caught it, whatever like that. There's a part where I guess Tommy approaches Tariq on the rooftop and asks him, it's after Lakeisha then told Tommy that Tariq came by and he's the one stealing the product, and Tommy believes, he said, you know what, I'm going to ask him myself. I want to prove to you that, he wouldn't lie to me and he's not stealing from me. Well, he did ask him and cornered him on that. And Tariq, of course, being honest, like, it's my uncle, you know what, I did. Because I think when it comes to Tariq, he's probably, even though he lies to everyone, he will be honest to his mother and he'll be honest to Tommy, when they come to him on some realness, you know what I mean? Even though, and mostly Tasha is the one he will really, come with. But but with those two, they can get truths out of him more. When Ghost is far gone, he can never get any kind of truth from him, because he may cooperate with him, but it will never be to the full extent. And so he tells him this truth, and Tommy says, tells him, see, that's all you got to do, and then winds up grabbing Tariq and pretty much almost, I want to say attempting to throw him off the roof, but it would be pretty much try to give him a good scare by almost hanging him off the roof, Suge Knight style, if you guys know what I mean. But in that scene, there seems to be looks like a lollipop hanging off Joseph Sikora, who plays Tommy, is hanging off his jacket. Now, I don't know if that was supposed to be there, if the camera crew or the director or writers, they didn't see that, but it was there. And it was clearly, and it was more than one shot. It wasn't like it was just one shot scene. It was a couple shots. You got to see it. If you haven't seen it, you guys go back and check it out. And you can comment on here and let me know your thoughts on that, if you thought that was funny or what it was. I don't know why that I showed you.
Yeah, I did see some. I didn't know what it was. I didn't pay any mind to it because I thought maybe it was part of his jacket or something. But I do remember seeing something on his back right here.
Yes.
Then today, you told me it was a lollipop. I'm really? That was?
Yes.
Then we went back and like, oh yeah, it is. To me, just bad editing, just bad part on, the editors, the guys behind the scene.
Tommy confronts 2-Bit about the whole situation of how he reacted to Lakeisha, grabbing her up and, trying to press up for her and accusing 2-Bit of stealing the product. And pretty much fires 2-Bit, Spanky, and Grim on the situation. And they're trying to form their own plan on how they're going to get back at the situation, either in Tommy's good graces or whatever. And they wound up spotting Dre, or finding a way how to get Dre, and they got Dre, pulled him up, kidnapped him, put him in the trunk, brought him to Tommy. Tommy had a gun to his head. And he said, and I don't know what, Tommy said get rid of him or whatever. I don't know what Tommy meant. I don't know why Tommy didn't shoot him up. And, you shot everybody else, Tommy, even the Hispanic dude that, I can't remember, that used to work for Ruiz in the beginning of this season. You shot him in the head, which is for him agitating you. So why couldn't you just shoot Dre and get it over with? I don't understand. Mm-hmm. But, he left it up to them. And then, of course, they brought him to somewhere, sat him down, and 2-Bits and Spanky left him with Grim and said, watch him, make sure he doesn't, move, whatever like that. And, this scene made me feel bad for Grim, because Grim has been loyal to Ghost and Tommy, especially to Tommy, even throughout a lot of stuff. Even when Tommy got coked up and beat him up in season 3, when, he was going through a lot of stuff or whatever like that, he beat him up. And still in all, this guy, he always been there. Anyway, Dre takes the gun out of his pants and shoots him on the chin, and he's dead. So that was our kill. And today Dre got away, of course. We all know Dre's a weasel. Wound up getting away with that. And yeah, all these things happen. Tommy tried to press Ghost about the whole situation with him going to Lakeisha, especially trying to do it over there when Ghost was meeting up with Jason, because it seems like Ghost was trying to set Dre up to be the new distro. But of course, Dre never showed up because he was kidnapped by two Bigs in them. And, now Jason said, well, listen, he's not, there's not going to be no new distro. Both of them going to be his distros. They're going to both work for him. And if they try to kill each other, he's going to kill the other. So now they have to try to stay alive. And, later on we see Ghost in his, in Truth. And he's talking to Ramona. I guess Ramona is pretty much trying to almost reveal that she has feelings for Mr. St. Patrick here. But, Tommy, like my man Tommy did, came and interrupted it, which I was perfectly fine with. He told her, he was like, you better get out. He said, he said, get out of here. Ghost was like, Ramona. Yeah. Get out of here. This romantic stuff? Nah, not right now. And got out of here. And, so they spoke about what they spoke about. And basically, it looks like what they ended up with is that we're going to try to get Jason out of the way out with each other's help.
Yeah. So I think this is the third time they're going to do something like this?
Yeah. Because these black men are getting tired.
I think they
they try to do it with Lobos. You know what I'm saying? Because that was always
Lobos,
the
Milan. The Jimenez? Did they do it with the Jimenez? I'm not sure.
Yeah, because the Jimenez one was a kind of very scattery. They didn't really get to deal with them directly like that.
So this is the fourth time they're sort of doing. Well, they're doing something where they're gonna team up to take out
whoever
the main
extorter,
the main drug guy.
The main right.
So to me it's like, okay, sure. When they said that, I said I do like when. Now I feel like it's kind of forced. I feel like the writers are kind of forcing it now. I think it did work in the Tariq incident when Ghost and Tommy.
Yes.
This time around, I'm like, I don't think this is really I think this is because why on earth would this guy? Why is Jason trying to? You know what? I want you both. No, it doesn't work that way. Based on what we know from Jason, we know he wants his money. He wants things to be in order. So having two people that don't like each other. Work for you is just not gonna work. And I think he's smarter than that. So, I do point it, and I don't like to use this, but I think they could use a better excuse to have Ghost and Tommy come back together.
Yes.
And that's just me though.
And I think I could agree with that. That's
because especially after what Tommy think Ghost did to Lakeisha, I'm like, okay, this is not really this is just weird. Now it's very personal, even though we know, because I said, we the viewers, we know more than what the characters know, but the scene that are okay, technically, if one of my boys just try to kill my girl or send someone to, I'm not working, doesn't matter what the deal is, I'm not even working with you to even kill the person that's trying to that's not going to happen, so that's just me, but whatever.
Well, they worked it into the plot, so... Anyway, I would say lastly, because we covered pretty much everything, but lastly, the episode ends off with Tasha talking to Tariq at the kitchen table, and she just talks to him about what does he want to do, what does he want. She made him admit that he was involved with the whole extortion from Vincent, and she told him that he was like, no one ever tells me the truth, everyone lies to me, the only one who was there was Kanan. She was like, listen, she don't want to hear no more of that Kanan stuff. She's the one that's going to be there for him. And she tells him that she's going to help him. She's going to, as long as he goes to school, graduates, and continues to go to school, go to college, she's going to help him do his little drug thing on the side. And so she takes out, looks like a key or, of cocaine or whatever like that, and tells him, you're going to move this. And he was like, can you teach me? And she was like, I'm going to teach you the game. Now, I don't know how to feel about it. I don't, maybe as I go along, as I see what she means by that, how she's going to teach him. But, off the rip, I'm like, damn, Tosh. I'm like, are you even the right person to teach him this? I know you've been inside in this and you've been a part of this, but, you haven't really, really been moving it like Tommy and Ghost was moving and really operating a certain way. One thing I liked about the first couple of seasons, like these guys didn't use the same phone for so long. It was like every few weeks, or every few months, they'd throw away phones and change phones and change numbers and do things. So there were certain things on how they move, right, that they would move so that way, it helped them accelerate and elevate into better points of hustling when it comes to selling coke and all that stuff. But I don't know. That's pretty much how that ended up.
With that scene,
that shocked a lot of people, by the way.
I'm kind of 50-50 with that. I think Tasha does know some stuff because she's moving weight on her own right now. But
well, especially now,
she's not on Ghost or Tommy's level, so I think she's gonna teach Tariq just kind of your small level, street level type moving weight. And then eventually Tariq is gonna learn on his own when it gets to more distribution and having your own guys,
Yes.
That's what I'm guessing because maybe the money laundering part too, because
they've
always implied she knows what she knows how to do the money laundering, how to clean the money. So in terms of that, I'm kind of 50-50. I'm 50 on the end that's Tasha, that's your son. Like, why you teach him how to do drugs? Like, what mother does that? Now, on the other hand, I think and I'm kind of more towards this side, is like, all right, listen, this kid, there's no one is getting to him. This kid was kidnapped. His sister died. He went through so much shit that is like, all right, no one's gonna fix this. No one. Is this what you want to do? I'm gonna help you do it, but the right way. The safe way. That way you don't get your dumb ass caught. So I don't know. Like I said, if it was me, obviously I'd be like, nah, you're not doing this. But we'll see.
What you guys think? What do you guys think about the episode? What do you guys think about what Tasha's trying to do right now? What do you guys think about the overall episode? Is it getting good? Was it one of your favorites? Whatever it is, leave your comments down below. Let us know your thoughts. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe to WGTV. We're going to continue bringing you more power content. Also, don't forget to check us out on the Power Episode 8 review coming up in a few days. So, that'll do it for this review. You got your boy Dub G.
Where you count?
This is Dub G TV.